In our consumer news, President Trump plans to unveil those sweeping reciprocal tariffs tomorrow. While promising trade policies that benefit Americans, economists warn of higher consumer prices and economic slowdowns. Amy Kiley reports on efforts to manage impacts, prepare retaliation, and control messaging.
I think everybody's concerned.
A final scramble is underway ahead of tomorrow's planned unveiling of President Donald Trump's sweeping new tariffs.
They're reciprocal. So whatever they charge us, we charge them, but we're being nicer than they were.
Some international leaders are trying to mitigate impacts, and the U.S. Senate is expected to take up a resolution aimed at blocking the tariffs on Canadian goods. Only a small handful of Republicans say they might join Democrats in supporting it, but others are voicing concerns.
Tariffs will create pain for some businesses, and I think Wisconsin will be particularly hard hit with all the manufacturing and agricultural interests.
We've already heard from some of our beef processors and popcorn exporters that they're losing some market share in Europe.
Meanwhile, some countries are preparing to retaliate against the U.S. South Korea, China, and Japan say they're planning a joint response. Other nations say they're working on measures, too. The final part of today's scramble involves messaging.
It will be Liberation Day in America.
The U.S. stock market is coming off its worst quarter in years. Goldman Sachs says a recession is now more likely due to tariffs, but Trump and his allies promise a bright future with more domestic manufacturing.
We have to get factors in place in these unfair trade laws to where they don't drive a race to the bottom.
And we'll have more now on that. Goldman Sachs saying the U.S. economy now faces a growing risk of a recession. More information for you as President Trump's trade war threatens to stunt growth, reignite inflation, and increase unemployment. The Wall Street Bank now warning clients it sees a 35% chance of a recession in the next 12 months. That's up from 20% previously. Goldman Sachs does still expect the U.S. economy to avoid a downturn, though. Other forecasters think it's more of a 50-50 call. A food manufacturer is pulling more than 212,000 pounds of egg substitute from store shelves because the products could contain bleach. The items are 32-ounce cartons of Egg Beaters Original and Bob Evans Veteran eggs made with real egg whites. There's a possibility the products were sent to distributors and food service establishments nationwide. There are no reports of anyone getting sick. The USDA says the risk is negligible. DoorDash and Uber are calling on Republican lawmakers to have the Trump administration's no tax on tips pledge include people who deliver food and drive rideshare. The proposal would allow most casino and restaurant employees to claim the deduction. However, most rideshare drivers are independent contractors, not employees, which means the bill would not apply to them. The director of the Economic Policy Institute adds tax-free tips could cause some employers to not raise wages.